Hello, Watcher. It's the Bramski, and today I'm wondering what on earth I'm going to do with all these temporary tattoos. And also, I saw a movie, and I'm going to review it. I saw Fright, which is a movie that is a remake of another film from 1985, and the film stars the fantastic Anton Yelchin and the legendary Colin Farrell. Anton Yelchin is Charlie, and he's a guy who lives in a house, and his neighbor is Colin Farrell, Jerry, and everyone knows nothing is more frightening than neighbors. Fright Night, everybody. No, actually, we find out pretty early on that Colin Farrell is a vampire. Now the horror ensues. Also, Charlie's friend that tipped him off to Jerry being a vampire is none other than McLovin from Superbad. Yes, Christopher Mintz-Plasse is Ed. Ed is an old friend of Charlie's that he prefers to avoid. Basically the same character as Fogel from Superbad, but with the twist of being paranoid about vampires. I could see the casting choice here. Seems like the work of Allison Jones. Colin Farrell does a great job in this. He's incredibly creepy and it feels very natural, especially in the scenes when he's interacting with Anton Yelchin. This feels like a real vampire. Also fantastic in his role is David Tennant, who plays the vampire expert Peter Vincent, who Charlie goes to for advice. Peter Vincent is hilarious in this role, and he's kind of like a Chris Angel type of character. It's a huge update on what was in the original movie, and I really like what they did with the character. I saw the original movie, and I have to say it really wasn't that great. It's very 80s. And the remake really did what it could to make it more modern, and I appreciate it. But with it being modern, it has to be in 3D. And unfortunately, I saw this movie in 3D. And while this is a drawback to the viewing experience, I think that it did have some benefits. Sure, the screen was pretty dark at times. I have a problem with 3D because everything is dark and all the colors are washed away. But there was the type of horror 3D that was used well. And the type of horror 3D I'm talking about is that obnoxious 3D where things just come at you. And when you're seeing a 3D movie, sometimes you just want it to be obnoxious. And this is the type of movie where it's done well. There wasn't too many obnoxious 3D scenes, but for the extra price of $4, you're going to want something more to that, something popping out at you. And there wasn't many times it was annoying. A lot of the stuff I've noticed that whenever there was an explosion, there was always ashes floating through the air. And that was probably the coolest effect. It seemed like that was actually right in front of your face. The problem with 3D, and just the fact that it's a modern movie, is that there is a lot of CGI blood in this, which CGI blood has proved to be terrible in movies such as The Final Destination. Basically anything where 3D is a factor. They seem to get it mostly right here for the CGI blood. I really prefer when they use actual fake blood. I think it just looks much better. My only problem is when the blood comes at you as a 3D effect. When somebody gets bitten in the throat, the blood spurts at the camera for the sake of 3D. That I don't like. It's unrealistic and it looks very fake. I know it seems silly to say it's unrealistic in a vampire movie, but I don't know why, this just bothers me a lot. The scares in this movie are done well, but they're just elevated by the tense scenes. There are a lot of tense scenes in this movie, like especially that conversation that I was talking about before with Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin in the kitchen. That was a very tense scene, and that just makes the whole movie more scary and creepy. Even more than tension, there was a lot of comedy throughout the film. At moments, I felt like I was watching an R-rated teen comedy, and that could be because Christopher Mintz-Plasse was there, who was in Superbad, and a lot of the high school scenes really felt like it came from Superbad. But I do think people would be surprised by the amount of comedy in this movie. I really don't understand. I see people reacting to coming out of horror movies, and it was funny, and it made them laugh, and they're disappointed because they thought that it would be scary. This happened in Drag Me to Hell. No one expected that movie to be funny, but for some reason they're disappointed when it was funny and it made them laugh. I think that this just makes the movie more fun. And I really like fun horror movies. That is the best. Dark horror movies, they work, but fun horror movies, you could have a laugh and you could have a fright, and it works both ways. Overall, I really liked this movie, and I really appreciated that it was fun. I think that you should go see it, especially because even if you don't think it's that scary, I think it will definitely be entertaining. And I liked it so much that I probably will advertise that I like it on here, Fright Night shirt, and this. And it might be mirrored, but I have a bunch of tattoos that I got from the screening, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But I'm going to wear my Fright Night pride, and I'm going to give this movie a 8 out of 10. And yeah, that's all. So please, please subscribe to my channel up here and comment down below. Tell a friend, do whatever you can to support my channel. And hopefully I'll have more reviews coming out. So yeah, go see Fright Night and keep watching movies. Bye.